Alright, welcome race fans to another Project Cars 2 video. We're actually going to jump right in with this one on the last race. The last series we just hosted by ORC called the Endurance, or the 4x4 Endurance Series. As you can see here, you can see the picture of the GTE Corvette, the number 26 Corporal Call. That's my car, of course. But we did actually start the series with part 1 with LMP1 cars and the GTE. We did have 10 entries in that, actually 12 entries to start, and you know, as it sometimes goes, a few people had to miss and didn't show up, and so we gradually ended up going up. So this is actually the second part to this, where we did some BOP adjustments to the Corvette and to the Porsche 911. So we're going to jump right in here. I'm going to pause it really quick just to go through a couple of things. So you can see here we have 6 cars on the grid. ORC Speedy Jab, that's myself in the Corvette on the right. I got the pole position at this track. And then we have Corporal Cole in second place, Black Ghost in third place, Racer Fink in fourth place, ORC Yankees Fan in fifth place, and Hooligan Heart in sixth place in the Aston Martin. So we've got 2 Aston Martins, we have 2 911 Porsches, and 1 Corvette. So this is the first hour and 30 minutes of the 4-hour endurance event that we did. So we're going to jump around. We're going to take a look at some of the guys. We're going to hopefully look at some incidents. We're going to go through some of the pit strategies. So hopefully you guys will stay with me long enough to view all the racing, because there's some good stuff that happens definitely in the first part of this. So we may fast forward a little bit to get past some of the boring parts so you guys can watch some of the fun. But if you haven't done so already, well, first of all, let me thank you for stopping by. You know, on YouTube, there's lots of opportunities to watch a ton of different videos. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video. You know, whether it was the title that grabbed you in, whether it was Project Cars 2, the racing, whatever it is, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I'm just a grassroots channel, just doing my thing, just having fun, doing real world time trial stuff, and now getting more into gaming, as I am one of the co-founders of the online racing collective, which is ORC. So we've got 3 ORC members in this right now that play this game, and the other guys are just folks that we met. Actually, sorry, 4 official ORC members. Corporal Cole is one, Black Ghost is one, Yankees Fan, and myself. So 2 of the other guys, Hooligan Heart and Racer Fink, are two guys we just met on the internet. Great guys, and we love to have them along. So if you do find this of interest, please do me a favor and show some love. Hit that like button. You know, share if you can. If you want to share it to somebody else, that'd be great. Any action on the channel is good for us, or good for me. I appreciate that. And if you do, you know, like the action and you want to get involved, please do us a favor and go to our website, which is www.onlineracing.wixsite.com. You can check out our community there, Discord channel, everything like that, and get involved. So, without further ado, race number 4 for the second season of the Endurance 4x4. Here we go. Oh, little jump start there by Hooligan Heart, and he reins it in. I think he had a drive-through from that, actually, and we'll see that coming in. We're off and running here. I'm going to leave it maybe on this side. Actually, I do like going to... now we're stuck on me right now, so forgive me. I haven't done this in a while. We got to look and see who else we're going to start with. So, other than that, we got a clean start. It does look like Corporal Cole is in the back there, so maybe we'll go on side with somebody. Let's go on with Hooligan Heart right in the middle here and see what we see here. So Racer Fink right behind him in that 4GT, and the other Aston Martin in the rear. Hooligan Heart comes around the corner. Oh, dang, Hooligan Heart gets on the curb, it looked like, and just lightly touches the wall. There goes Corporal Cole. Dang. So now we've got Hooligan Heart that just took a little right turn there when the track was going straight. It was unfortunate. We do have full or performance impacting damage on this, so hard to tell how much damage he got. Ooh, he runs wide off that. Might be a little bit of cold tires too, because you know, you start the game and you have a little bit of tire temp, but not full tire temp. You gotta love the sound of that Aston Martin in this game, though. They did a really good job of replicating the sound in the Aston Martin. Nice, deep, throaty, just like in real life with this one. Okay, so it's unfortunate. So we've actually got Hooligan Heart that had a little damage. Let's see if he goes in the pits. I'm gonna stay on board with him, and then we've got ORC Corporal Cole that jumped the start, so I imagine he'll be going in. So actually, let's go up to him really quick because we're going to follow him in the pits right now. Let's see if we can get rid of this interface. There you go. All right, and see in the background there is Hooligan Heart coming up pretty fast actually on Corporal Cole. Cole knows that he's got to do this, you know, drive through pit stops. So it's you know, there's no reason to risk anything else and get damaged and spend more time in the pits than he has to. Now for this pit stop, he shouldn't have to. Yep, there he goes. Perfect. Does Hooligan Heart go around? Okay, Hooligan Heart decided to go around, so that tells me that he doesn't have a bunch of shock damage. Because in this game, if you hit that front end, you run the risk of hitting the you know, the shock towers, of course, on the right and left, you know, and even the rear if you hit it down the side. So I think he's got no shock damage. He's able to continue. So Corporal Cole will have to just drive through. He shouldn't stop in his pits. There you go. So he goes straight through. Awesome. So he just served his penalty. Let's just bring up the menu again. Let's go now on board with, let's go back to Hooligan Heart. Let's see where he's at. Okay, coming down this dip here. This is an amazing track, by the way. This is Brno, I think is the way you pronounce it. It's B-R-N-O. This is an amazing track in the Czech Republic, actually. And man, I would love to race this track in real life. Lots of technical aspects to this track, lots of undulation or lots of elevation changes. So man, this track, this is a bucket list track, I think, for me. First of all, I'd love to go to the Czech Republic. That would be first and foremost, and go to Prague and do the other thing, normal sightseeing stuff that tourists would do, of course. And I want to go to Wandersex. That would be a good thing. So here's a tip too. From now on, I'm actually going to start. I'm a big movie buff. So I'm going to start throwing in little tips and little, maybe a quote here and there. I'll try not to do the same movies, but there are some favorites, of course, I have, and I'm partial and biased. But I'll throw in a movie quote or something like that, like I just said, Club Wandersex. So if you guys out there in YouTube land, and in the world, I guess, if you guys know where that's from, please do me a favor and put it in the comments there. And let me know. First one wins. So whoever gets it first, just tell me where Club Wandersex is from, and I'll give you a gold star or a big thumbs up. Either one. You take your pick. But anyway, tangent number 2 or 3, whatever I'm on. So watching Hooligan Heart recover from that little incident, and now he's. Let's see how far he is. Let's bring up the. Let's see. Where can I get the map? Hang on. Let's see, we've got, oh, there's the map. Okay, let's look at the map. Okay, there you go, right up there. So we got the main group, I think, is still right in front. I have to go on board with somebody in the middle, so I'll go on board with Racer. We'll just go up the line. I'll go up with Racer Fink, Yankees Fan, Black Ghost, and then Speedy's in their lead. So you can see the lap times there on the left side, so you can see the guys that are getting to it. We got a 1:59.4, a 2:06, 2:06, 2:04, 2:03.8, and a 2:27 from Cole with that pit stop. Oh, there you go. Now you can see, dang it, actually the top couple have spread out a little bit, surprisingly. I thought that would have taken a little more time. We're only 5 minutes into this. You know, unfortunately, this is not the whole race. It's hard to get the whole thing. 4-hour endurance race unless I record it live, or if I go to Twitch or you know, something like that. So just for reference, we are playing on the Xbox. I just have a regular Xbox One. So this is Project Cars 2, a game that came out in 2017. Is a simulator. So it's not so much arcadey. It's a little more to it. Most of the guys here drive with a wheel, although we are watching Hooligan Heart. And he does an amazing job. He's driving with a controller, and you almost can't tell right from these shots here. Does a good job of hiding it with his inputs. But when you look at the onboard, that's when you can really see the, you know, lots of sawing back and forth with the wheel and stuff. So he found some good settings on this game. So this game is definitely playable at a fast level. Oh, Hooligan Heart comes in the pit stop, actually. Let's see if he gets it stopped in time. Let's watch this pit stop from a more of a cinematic view. Oh, look, I like that the map is still up on the side, too. That's cool. I forget all these stuff. I haven't done a Project Cars 2 video in a long time, so Let's see if he's going to fix that damage. Now, I can tell you from previous experience that sometimes the damage does not fix what we see, you know, visually. So unfortunately, once you get damage in the game, sometimes it just doesn't reset. So it looks like he's getting, I would guesstimate, maybe he's topping up on fuel, I don't know. So in the Endurance 4x4 series, we also have bonus points that are awarded. It's similar to the IMSA, the way they do their endurance stuff. Yeah, I didn't see the car go up on jacks, but I don't know if you will. So anyway, we do bonus points. So whoever's leading at the end of each hour. So hour 1, you get a bonus point. Hour 2, you get a bonus point. Hour 3, you get a bonus point. And of course, if you win the race, you get way more points than 1 bonus point. So these guys are fighting and maybe back timing some of their lap times, which is a good strategy. As we see Corporal Cole there. Now let's see. Okay, Corporal Cole is behind. Okay, so he's kind of cruising around in that yellow Aston Martin with his fellow Aston Martin compatriot, number 99 for Hugenhart here, and the Golf liveried Aston Martin. Again, I love the GTE cars, guys. If you guys have this game and you have not raced the GTEs, they are phenomenal. They are, I think, one of the best cars to race in the game, in my opinion. I really like the GT3. I like the LMP cars. And beyond that, we've done a little bit of rallying and a little bit of stuff, but yeah, I mean, this is a great game, by the way. If you guys don't have it, pick it up. I mean, the racing here is great, and I love the way the game mechanics feel and everything like that. So let's go back up here. Let's go to Racer. All right, so Racer did 159.6 this last lap. And you can see he's actually putting some pressure now on ORC Yankees fan right here. So let's see. Let's hang on board with him for a little bit. Let's get this cinematic view here. And oh, that was weird. The camera held on for a long time. So you can see it's nighttime. We started this last race, you know, towards the dusk in the Czech Republic. But we wanted to actually, this is actually the first race we did with some weather, some inclement weather. So there is going to be rain at the end of this, but we're not going to be able to see it, unfortunately, in this hour and 30, I don't think, synopsis of the race. So you guys tell me, maybe next time, I can record the whole race for you on my external hard drive. But I almost didn't want to, because I did, but I erased it, actually. Because I didn't think like you guys wanted to see me just driving around for 4 hours doing pit stops, you know, seeing all this stuff, you know, as far as from a first-person view only. So you guys tell me if that's of interest. I can do that the next time we do this endurance. I love the endurance races. The 4 hours are amazing. What we did is we mimicked a 20-hour cycle. So it'll go through, you know, all the way till from dusk here till dawn and pretty much into like 12 o'clock, I think. Something like that, like noon, and we go to a rain cycle at the end. So that was pretty exciting, actually. A lot of the drivers were really looking forward to the rain. We did a fair bit of testing, and we hadn't done any, so it was really cool. And this series progressed over you know, the last month. So we ended, I think this is October 4th, so it is a replay, obviously, of this. But we'll do this again. The next series we have on tap, we're actually starting tomorrow on November 1st. And we're actually going to be doing a GT3 Ferrari versus Lamborghini GT3 challenge. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to just do 2 makes. Guys are allowed to tune, but we are going to institute a couple things. So in that series, we're actually going to do some reward restrictors. Because in this game, there's no ballast you could add, which actually be amazing, but we can't do that. So the next best thing is to do restrictors. So a podium. So what'll happen in those cars if let's say if I win the race, actually all 3 races, because there's 3 races. There's 2 30-minute races with a pit window from 20 minutes to 10 minutes, and then a third race is 45 minutes with open pit strategy, so you can pit anytime. So if you win, and the first race is actually the grid is set by qualifying results. And then the second grid is reverse from race 1 results. And the third grid is a culmination of the first of race 1 and race 2 as far as points. So it's going to be cool. So if you can, you know, be consistent, then you'll do really well in this next series we have coming up. But Sorry, so we're actually going to be doing that. We've got a full grid for that one, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys the racing for that, because I'll be able to get the whole races with 30-minute race 1 and race 2 and 45 minutes for race 3. But sorry, let's get back to this race. This is our focus right meow. There's another movie reference, FYI. So that's 2. I'm good. I'm on a roll. That one you'll probably hear a lot, and that one's fairly easy, I think. So if you know that movie, then you'll get the reference right away. So we're watching Racer Fink right now going down the front straight, chasing down Yankees Fan, which got a little bit of room in front of him now. And Black Ghost is right in front of him, and Speedy Jab is going around that first corner. So he's actually picked up the pace and got a fair amount of room in the front there in the lead. He's not feeling pressured like these guys are all running together. So Racer Fink, let's go over the points actually for this series. So in the second round, when we did a little BOP to the Porsches and to the Corvette, Racer Fink was already pretty close to us from the first set, but he just could never put it together as far as the top end speed of the Ford GT. He actually ended that first round, so I'll go over the first points for the first 4 races when we had the LMPs in. So ORC Speedy Jab won the first round of it with 110 points. ORC Black Ghost came in second with 89 points. Racer Fink came in third with 60 points. But he did miss, let's see, he did miss 1 race. So that's why there's a big discrepancy from him. He would have more points than that. And Hooligan Heart missed 2 races and had 35 points. So for round 2, we have the finishing points are Racer Fink was 101 points. Speedy Jab was second with 96 points. ORC Yankees Fan came in third with 84 points. ORC Black Ghost came in fourth with 63 points. ORC Corporal Cole came in fifth with 40 points. Hooligan Heart came in sixth for 39 points. And Treva Eva 23 came in seventh with 25 points. So again, same thing happened there where a couple people missed a couple races. So let's see, I'm looking at it right now. So we got Corporal Cole missed, didn't get any points for this because he didn't complete 50% of the race. That's the caveat to this series. As since such a long race, we want to encourage participation. Looks like somebody's in the pits actually. I missed that. Hang on, let me get back up there. Yankees fan, so Cole maybe? Yeah, ORC Corporal Cole is in the pits. Not sure if that's that. Oh, and there's a lot more damage on Hooligan Heart's car. So it looks like he had another altercation of the wall there. Could say we could rewind this a little bit and see what happened, but yeah, I don't know when it happened, so I was focused on other stuff. So he's actually getting his car fixed. Corporal Cole is out. Racer's dropped off the back of Yankees Fan a little bit here. Yankees Fan has about the same gap. Looks like, what is that, 1.1 seconds away from Black Ghost. And then Speedy Jab has a commanding lead right now of almost 5 seconds. So there's the relatives. So Black Ghost is half a second behind. And then Racer Fink is 1.3 seconds behind. I think it's a Black Ghost right now. So everybody's really tight after the first we're 15 minutes into this race right now. Everybody's just kind of chilling, just kind of figuring out their pace and just putting in consistent lap times because you can't push it. This is a 4-hour endurance event. It's about staying out of trouble, staying out of the pits. I mean, it usually takes, let's say, 30-something seconds to just go down the pit lane on the pit lane speed limiter, because we do have that enforced, obviously in the rule set. And you do have to do manual pits and stuff. But yeah, it takes so much time to go down the pit lane, you'll lose so much time. And the lap here is what are we looking at? 1:59, 2 minutes, looks like pretty average. So you'll lose a good amount of time going into the pits. Looks like Yankees Fan has caught up to Black Ghost a little bit, and Racer Fink has dropped off another 2/10, it looks like. Now it's going, I mean, it'll ebb and flow, obviously, through this. So we can look at the times and everything like that, but let's do Let's go ahead and go on board with, let's do, there you go, let's do a bonnet cam. I kind of like this. Alright, so now we're on board with Yankees fan chasing down Black Ghost, and you see right behind that dot on the map on the right, and the moon is in full effect, look at that. And actually he's dropped off of Black Ghost somehow, and now that's giving Racer Fink a little bit of hurry up, and he's on the back of him here. Coming to this really tight section, this left section, double left, which is really cool. Or long, actually more of a long hairpin. And then a nice left-right here complex, which is really fun. A tire stack on the side there, so you don't want to hit that. Nice tight to that apex, runs it all the way out to the outside of that curb. You can hear it going over the curb there. And yeah, Racer Fink's dropped off in this section a little bit too. So let's see the ebb and flow of this battle right now. In between now, you've got two Porsches. So Yankees fan is chasing Black Ghost in the Porsche. So they have the same BOP, no difference, anything like that. I think they actually had different tuning, so you might see a little difference in performance based on tuning, but you're not going to see, a bunch of horsepower difference or lower based on this. Whereas you might see that between the Porsche and the GT, the Ford GT. Nice, hugs that wall really. He should be on full throttle all the way through here. This is a nice sweeper onto the. Sweeping right onto the front straightaway. Yeah, but he's gained a little bit of time. I wish I could press... No, that's pause button. So I wish I could press look back button and see, but I don't think I can. Who's that in front there? Oh, it's a back marker. That's why it's blue. So is that the yellow car of Corporal Cole, I believe? And that yellow Aston Martin. Yep, there's a flash from Black Ghost. Just letting me know he's coming through. Corporal Cole is really good at recognizing, and not obviously battling somebody he doesn't need to battle. So that's really good. If you've if you've seen the videos on the channel before, you'll notice all these guys. These are all a lot of our regular players that we normally race with. Ghost flashing again just to let him know he's coming through sometime soon. There is a couple seconds pace difference, I think, between the field right now. And ORC Corporal Cole. You can see on the map there the dots are starting to overlap, so that's what that looks like if you're looking at the map on the right, and then you're looking at the the actual position what you're looking at now. Okay, there you go. Looks like he's I thought he was he's going to the center, and now he goes back to the left. Okay, so into the sweeping right. It goes downhill. Ghost should have him on the inside, and here comes Yankees fan. There you go. Hooligan Heart slaps it. Yankees fan gives him a nice blink of the headlights too. So again, this is not a fight for Corporal Cole, so he should. He's trying to stay out of the way, but maybe getting up on that curb and unsettle the car a little bit. He had to back off. There you go. Another flash from Yankees fan. Let's see what he does here. If he moves over for him. Okay, he's going to take the normal race line, and it looks like... Oh, there's a little bit of bang there. Dang. Okay, I didn't expect that one, actually. So I don't think that would have been any damage for both of them. It looks like it was a side-on-side hit. But look what that did as far as Racer Fink right behind now. Half a second behind and closing under that slipstream. Somebody's in the pit again. It looks like Hooligan Heart might be in the pit again. On lap 11 of this... So now we see, oh dang, we need to really go on board with Racer now. Okay, Racer Fink, here's Racer Fink right now looking at the back of Yankees fan. You can see that Porsche just stretches its legs a little bit, and look, the Ford GT catches up a little bit on the brakes maybe. And it could just be the way Racer Fink drives, this car, and it could be the strength of the Ford GT. Look at that punt. Oh, he's flashing. He's telling him, "I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming." So that can work. That's obviously a real life race tactic to flash, and even the best drivers that have raced for years will do it to somebody they may not even think will be rattled by it, but you never know. I mean, you want to open up your whole arsenal of race tricks and race tips, that you want to try to rattle somebody. So I mean, if flashing lights, especially in this dark track, can work wonders and can distract them. All you need them to do is distract them for just a split second so they miss their brake zone. If they miss their brake zone or they're turning by a couple feet sometimes, that could be all the difference you need for them to go wide and you to sneak up on the inside. So Racer Fink favors a really tight line coming into that. Both these cars that we're seeing here, the 911 and the Ford GT, are rear engine layout. I mean, a lot of people say mid-engine, but the Porsche and GT is really more of a rear engine, whereas the Ford GT is actually more of a true, like mid-engine or midship car. I know the regs for the Porsche 911. I know in IMSA particularly, there was a big thing that happened, and they kind of circumvented the rules and moved the engine back to get it more over the back wheels. And actually, so did the Ford GT and race trim. So I think they did the same thing, or we're allowed to do it globally in this GTE platform too. Some people notice these cars are popular in IMSA under GTLM, which is GT Le Mans, or GTE, which is internationally known as more of the spec. It's a little bit higher, a little bit faster car than the GTD in IMSA or the GT3, which is the FIA spec for World. Nice. I love the way that flash looks. And the moon's right there too, so see? It all comes together. Nice tight line from Racer Fink. He's really putting the pressure now. You know, he's got 3 2/10, 3/10, 2/10, you know, ebbing and flowing back and forth, where we see the strengths of that Porsche more in a straight line, and then we see coming up on brakes for the Ford GT. Both these guys, super consistent drivers. You won't see very many mistakes. You'll see a moment here or there, and especially the biggest thing is when we get on curbs in this game, and some of these curbs can bite you. They'll hook a tire and kind of induce a spin. So we saw, at the beginning of the race, we saw Hooligan Hart hook that right tire on the right curb, and it took him for a ride. And that might have been, because of that, because the tires were not fully warmed up yet. I'm guessing they're probably like 23 to 24 pounds, where they need to be like 25 and 26. So even that couple pounds, makes a difference in the car. So we've got a 7-second gap to the leader now. Speedy Jam in first place, Black Ghost in second, 7.5 seconds behind, and then another couple seconds back to Yankees Fan, and then we're on board with Racer Fink right now, watching him. I'm waiting for him to catch up. I mean, he's going back and forth, and now that gap is growing to half a second. Let's see if it closes under brakes in a turn one again. This really wide, really flowing turn one, and then it kind of decreasing radius that you can see it closes up right there at the end. There's these weird, I don't know if you guys can see them on there, but I'm seeing them here. There's these weird like black marks here right there. Shadow, I'm not sure what that's from. It's kind of a glitch in the game on the track, it looks like. We did see them in a previous race when somebody like quit out or something like that, or got too much damage, got frustrated and quit out, or whatever happened, or got kicked out of the game, just so their internet crashed or something. And it leaves like a mark there, but there's like 3 of them right there in a turn one, which is strange. Ooh, a little wide from Racer Fink there. So again, they're not huge mistakes, but they're just tiny mistakes. And look, it grew by 2/10 to 3/10 from the Yankees Fan already. Just by that one little, in one corner, he went just a little bit wide. But again, the overall consistencies on both of these drivers are phenomenal. And these guys can put in laps, lap after lap after lap for hours doing this. Oh, so actually, that brings up a valid point. Let me get back to some of the rule set for the 4x4 endurance. So one of the things we had to do is we actually had to swap over to AI drivers, so the artificial intelligence drivers, for those of you guys that really want to know the acronyms. So we actually had to do a minimum drive time, like they were another driver and we were doing an endurance race together. So the AI driver had to do a minimum of 1 hour 60 minutes and a maximum of 1 hour 15. So depending on the circumstances, you didn't have to do it all at once, although it was kind of interesting the way it actually worked out. Is most of the drivers, if they were just on full rich in the car, they could actually go about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. So they could do a full AI stint if they wanted to not do as many pit stops. Or if they thought it was faster and they wanted to spread it out because they, you know, they were hungry or had to go pee or something like that, they could actually do half an hour stint if they wanted to later, and kind of break up the whole 4-hour race that way. So what ended up happening is you saw this this pit strategy between most of the drivers, where they did, I think about half of the field actually split it up. So about 50% of the drivers opened up with a double stint. So they drove for the 2 hours, and then they had an AI stint, and then they had finished with a human stint. Now the only caveat to that was that you could not, obviously you can't start the race with AI because it doesn't allow you to, and you can't finish with AI. So really it just became a strategy of, do you want to open with 2 endurance stints, or do you want to close with 2 endurance stints and just do one in the first part? So you did have an idea of where you were, you know, with everybody. But most of the time in these races, what we found is that you know, so that's actually if you pit every hour, let's say, you pit on hour 1, that's 1 pit stop. You pit hour 2, that's 2. You pit hour 3, that's 3. So 3 pit stops was pretty much the minimum. But what we found is most people are doing in between 3 and 5. And the reason why is because most of the drivers would hit that curb like Hooligan did in the beginning, spin off, spear off, get some damage, and have to go in for a repair only pit stop. Now the wonderful thing about this game is you can set everything up like that. You have all these different pit strategies you can do. So I had, I think, like 8 or 9, whatever the maximum was. I told me I couldn't save anymore. So I had all these pit strategies, and what you do is you can go to your in-car menu. Oh, sorry, I should get off this thing so you can have this view. You go to the in-car menu while you're racing, and you can select a strategy that you already pre-set up. So if you just want to do, let's say, just tires, you know, to stay in the pits as little time as possible, but have fresh rubber and a lighter car with less fuel. You know, if that's was your game or your strategy, you could do that. And then you had a strategy where you just wanted to fuel only. You thought the tires were well, and you wanted to double stint them and save, you know, I think it's 17 seconds or something like that to change tires in the game. So all this stuff adds up. So the great thing about this is real world, like, racing strategy stuff. This is stuff that you watch on IMSA and Creventic and, you know, Worldwide, GT World, and all the other stuff, Worldwide Motorsports. These are what these guys are being paid to do. So it's really cool, and you feel really, this is a level of immersion that's really cool, which I love about this game. And yes, there are other games out there that do that too. ACC does a great job with that. And you've got iRacing, and you've got R Factor 2, and you've got, you know, all the other games you could do, real sim related. But this is the best one on console, I think. This is the best one on the Xbox, the best one on the PlayStation right now. Is Project Cars 2. But that's what I love about it. It really, that level of immersion. And for me, as a real world you know, driver, I compete in time trial. If you guys haven't seen my real videos in my super powerful Corolla, it's really cool because what I use this for personally is I really try to focus. I use this as a focusing tool, so that way I can because I wanted to see if I could drive for like 2 hours. That was one thing, and I did this in real life too with a 24-hour Lemons event. Drove an hour and a half, and it was not a big deal at all, which was fun. And I felt like I could go a lot longer too. So you see some of these guys doing double stints and triple stints in real life with super powerful, like GT3 cars, you know, and GTE cars. So it really gives you, it puts everything in perspective. I'm doing it on a game, and I'm sweating bullets at the end of my stint, you know, doing this. It does have a little bit to do that I don't put a fan on because I don't want, you know, the ambient noise, the fan, to bother my fellow racers, because you can hear it through the mic, unfortunately. But I mean, you're so mentally focused that it's pretty draining after this. So I challenge you guys, if you guys haven't done an endurance race, please try to get involved in one. You're welcome to hit us up and try to join the next endurance stuff we do. As we end the year, that's our first season or first year, ORC, and we've got quite a fair few members on our Discord and in our community that we normally race with. And just so you get an idea, but we do race on Forza Motorsport 7. We race obviously on Project Cars 2. We're doing a little bit of stuff on ACC, but not really anything totally definitive yet on our own. We're just more figuring it out and joining other race leagues that have set up, because you do have to buy a server and, you know, do all that stuff. So we're just trying to figure that out right now. So it looks like we've got Yankees fan just made a mistake there. You saw a little bit of dirt flying. Now look at, it's like the bit between the teeth. Here comes Racer Fink, and look at that. We really saw that tight line into that sweeping corner going in the uphill, or going the downhill in the uphill. That Racer Fink and the Ford GT really likes, whereas you saw the Porsche 911 and Yankees fan really going wide into that and going for a late apex, and maybe sometimes even completely missing the apex. Yankees fan actually going a defensive line, which was interesting. It looks like he's close, but he's not close enough to try something. So that was interesting to see Yankees fan maybe take away some of that entry from that last corner. We got somebody in the pits right now. I'm guessing it's Cole. Oh, Cole's sideways in the pits? That's interesting. I haven't seen that one yet. Huh. Let's see if we can... There's the onboard. Yeah, he's crashed. That's strange. Roof cam. Chase cam. Oh, he's like... Yeah, he's glitched into the... Look at that. Look at that. He ate him up. Oh, that's how you... That's how you do that. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, I think he's done racing for the day, I'm guessing. Okay, I like this bonnet view. Let's go back to the bonnet view, or hood view for you Americans out there. Let's go back to Racer Fink. Oh yeah, look how close he is right now. Oh yeah, we can look through the apex and everything. Look at that. Ooh, I didn't know that. Ready? We're going to go to there. This is what you should be doing. You should be looking towards that apex, looking towards the exit. Oh, looking towards the other apex, and driving towards that exit and straightening out. Nice. So that's a good actually tutorial with this camera view, and actually what the driver should, what you should be looking at, what she experiences. Right in the brake zone, looking towards that, clipping that apex, and then focusing out now to this. Yeah. Ooh. I like this. I like this. It's the little things in life, you know. You have to celebrate the little things. There's so many little things that add up to big results. Alright, so this battle has been going on. Let's see, what are we in? We are in lap 17. Unfortunately, I can't see... Oh, no, I can see the time below on this. So 35 minutes into this race almost. And we've still got this battle raging on. Oh, right when we're on board with that. I Commenter's Curse. And look at that. There's a couple tire bundles that ORC Yankees fan hit. Wow. Commenter's Curse. And now it looks like, I mean, Racer Fink got away with that a little bit because that could have been way more detrimental. He held his nerve and just decided he was going off and just held it. So let's go ahead and let's go on board with Yankees fan trying to. He's still on the back of Black Ghost, and it looks like, what do we got? What do we got? A 1 second? Yeah, 1.1 second to Black Ghost right now. That ebbs and flows between maybe 0.8 and 1 second, a little over 1 second. But again, same car, same BOP. Yankees fan got a good run off that corner, it looks like. So let's do a little analysis here, and let's see. Actually, we'll keep the timer up so you guys can see that. I wish I could get rid of this. I don't think I... Oh, look at that. And as I say that, dang, I'm cursing all these guys. Black Ghost, big mistake on that one, goes really wide, and now we're up to 2/10 again. So now this is where you get excited as a driver. And you guys that have raced, you know this. You're like, oh, I got him. He's mine. He's shown his weakness. There's a chink in the armor. There's, you know, whatever else you want to use as your motivation. There's something. Okay, let's see. Black Ghost goes wide too. Okay. So these are two ORC members, ORC Black Ghost and ORC Yankees fan. So very clean racers, both of them. On the scale, I would say Black Ghost is the difference is the aggressiveness. Black Ghost is a little more aggressive. So I would say on a scale of, let's say, 10, he's probably like a 7 or 8, somewhere around there. And Yankees fan is probably like a 6 or 5 or 6. He's really... Yankees fan always astounds me with his just his clear level and just patience. He's got a ton of patience. I look up to both of these drivers. Obviously, both these guys have great racecraft and good race technique and everything like that. and we all balance, you know, our driving styles and learn from each other. And you know, our goal is to help not only ourselves. Ooh, oh, dang it! Oh, look at that. Goes around and almost collects a racer's fig. So you saw what happened there. So let's actually rewind that a little bit. So I want to see that in I think we can do slow motion, because I'm back up to the start finish. Okay, let's go through the last corner. Let's just talk our way through this here. Okay, he's coming around the last corners. Like I said, really close. He's looking for that. He knows Black Ghost made a mistake. That doesn't mean he's going to make another one, but now he's got a chance. Let me see what I have. Okay, I think you press this button. Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're coming to this corner. You can see he comes to his normal apex. Right here, he drifts out a little bit. Looks fine here. And then he's got a dab of oversteer maybe, and gets on that curb. And then, like I said, he's got to make corrections here, and the car gets a little unsettled. There you go. The back end is starting to come around left. He tries to catch it, and now it's going to the left. He's trying to catch it to the right, and then he hits the other curb, maybe hitting the brakes a little hard now to get it stopped, and then washes out right here and loses all traction in the rear. So a culmination of things happen there, but kind of really cool to see that. And here comes Racer Fink. He's going to go, but then he sees him and goes, oh, nope. I'm not going to mess up. There goes Racer Fink. Wow. Sorry, Yankees fan. The curse lives on. Real time now. Okay, nice. Okay, sometimes what happens is you get flustered right there. And Yankees fan did a really good job of not getting flustered with his mistake. You know, just had it happen, and then, you know, a lot of times what you can do is you can get on the power really quick and just spin out again. And that is even more frustrating. So already you're a little flustered. So like I said, like I was alluded to the fact before, right before I cursed Yankees fan now, was probably the biggest event so far. Is I was telling him he's cool, calm, collected. He's very very methodical in the way he drives. He's very patient. He's you know, he really waits for that opportunity. He doesn't really force a lot of stuff. Is really he's one of the probably the best drivers to race with, because he's very predictable. You know he's not going to do a crazy dive bomb or anything like that. But he races really clean, and he's really fast. So hats off to you, my friend. And let's see. Let me go up to. Let's see where. Okay, so now what this has done is Ghost has seen that and wondered, where'd Yankees fan go? And then Racer Fink said, where'd who go? Ooh. All right, so I changed the name, but there's another movie quote. So there you go. There's 3 now for this so far. So, I mean, if you guys can get all 3, I mean, they're fairly basic. So I'll give you that. They're movies that most people know. So if you can get all 3, I'll give you a thumbs up, a gold star, and I don't know, peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I don't know. Something. We'll have to figure out a prize for something. I'll have to come up with some kind of... Oh, how about just a happy face? I like the happy face. I'm happy. You're happy? Let's give you a happy face. Alright, 3 movie references so far. There you go. There's the movie reference game. From now on, there'll be at least a couple in every video. So do me a favor and put in there... I'll put in there hashtag movie quotes. So put in hashtag movie quotes and then put your answer, what it is, and let's see who gets all 3 or more. There's probably going to be more. Like I said, I'm a movie buff. I love them. Watch a lot of movies. I'm sure you guys do too. Especially right now with the whole COVID and coronavirus and everything going on. I'm sure you guys have all caught up on all your movies you've ever wanted to watch, and then some. Alright, so what do we got? The distance between... So now we've got a 2.7 between Ghost and Racer Fink, and then a 5-second gap to the Yankees fan. A 12-second gap is open up between Speedy Jeb and Black Ghost in second place. So Speedy Jeb has really put the pedal to the metal and and put up a lot of time. So let's go to I won't go board with Black Ghost for a little bit. Let's just watch him for a little bit. And actually, let's do this. Let's change to, let's see some of these camera angles. What do you think? Okay, roof. That cool? I mean, a little bit higher up, obviously, than what we just were. So you could kind of see where he's pointing, if he's focusing on the apexes, how far he drifts out on the exit, how much he's willing to use the curbs. Which again, curbs can be good, but they can be bad too. So, so coming into the last corner sequence here, this left and right onto the front straight, really hugs that side, and then a little lifter there, run a little bit wide there. Now let's see. Yeah, see, I love this. I'll call this the apex camera. Here we go. We're going to brake. So right when we brake, we're looking towards our apex. Ooh, really wide on that. Looks like he prefers maybe... it ends up being a midline because of this decreasing radius nature of this. But it looks like I'm seeing Racer Fink right behind him on that one. So it looks like he's catching fairly quick, right? I mean, yeah, under a second, under 8/10 now. Wow, 7... Okay, we're going to have to go on board with Racer because we want to see this. Okay, look, you know what? Let's go through all. Maybe we could do that. All right, so we've got the passenger, I think, like cockpit cam, kind of, ooh, a little correction there. And then you can see the wheel, too, with this. And it goes to the hood. Oh, wow. See... Right with that camera over there, it looked like he was going to almost understeer off the track, third person. It's good to see what the rear end of the car is doing, and it's really planted. And he's really applying pressure now on Black Ghost. So Black Ghost had to make a mistake because he was just the last lap had a good distance on him, but we missed that mistake. There must be something in there. Now, this uphill section, this is where horsepower makes. So Ghost goes wide again, actually. He's going to have to breathe off the throttle to get up the hill a little bit. The Porsche does a really good job of getting up the hill. Ooh, was that actually... hang on, we're going to have to... We'll go back and see if that was a... see if that was a little touch. It almost looked like it, didn't it? Okay, so let's go... Okay, let's go do a dedicated view here. And then... Okay, Ghost gets a poor run out of that, like I said, and then comes over, and then... It wasn't actually, okay, so it looks like a little bit of curb. So now let's see, Ghost is maintaining his inside line, and Racer Fink actually up a position now with passing Ghost right there. Because of that, it was just that wide sequence and maybe a mistake before that we missed. Somebody else is in the pits. I think that's Cole. I think he quit out, if I remember correctly. This was a while ago, at the end of the first part of the month. So, all right. So now let's go on board with Ghost, so we can see, what he's seeing. I wish I could get actually a couple of the guys and look at the gap that's already developed. Racer Fink now in second place. Now, I'll tell you right now, for me trying to win and for me trying to get more points in the championship, it was at this point when I saw Racer Fink come up that it worried me, because I knew that there was nothing. He had to finish, I think, like 5th or 6th, and I had to win, and I had to get all the bonus points to be able to beat him in the end. And obviously, I told you before the point spread, I lost by 5 points. And I think let me see. There's first place got 25 points. Second place got 22 points. Third place 19 points. Fourth place 16. Fifth place 14, and was that sixth place 12. And then it went down to 10 points for 7th place. So you can see the points for winning the race. Ooh, Racer Fink actually with a really big mistake there, going really wide there. And look at Ghost is back in the game now. Let's see if he can catch up quickly. I mean, he's still got a second left. And then Yankees Fan is 3 seconds behind that. And the gap now, Speedy Jab has opened up 16.5 seconds in the front there. So what we're 43 minutes into this race. So we're almost done, guys. And we're going to see a pit stop here. Let's see what time everybody takes their actual pit stop for fuel, for tires. Tires are starting getting worn. I wish you guys could see that, but we don't get to see that. Actually, let's go through some of the views, like I said, which I almost lied to you guys. Trackside is always good. What's the onboard? Okay, onboard's right here. Okay, great view with the with all the information you actually get on the steering wheel. What? Why'd that switch? On... I thought that was on board. Oh wait, okay, you can cycle through all the cameras? Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah. I want to see that onboard one, so stay there. I don't have it on all, that's kind of weird. Okay. So let's watch this, let's watch the turn in, let's watch how smooth he is on the steering. Oh, dang it. Alright, let me see why it's doing that. And so let's see if it goes off a bumper cam. So bumper cam is kind of boring to me, I think. I mean, it shows the road really close, and it kind of shows you a couple things about the track. But it doesn't show you, obviously, anything about the car. So you can see, obviously, the angle of attack and the way he throws the car into the corners or not. If he's oversteers or understeers, stuff like that. You can obviously figure it out what happens with the car. Okay, that stays on bumper. Interesting. There's bonnet. Okay, we've already done that. Roof cam, we did that. Chase. Chase is okay. Again, you can see the attitude of the car. So let's go through a lap here with, I think this is ORC Black Ghost still, right? Yeah, ORC Black Ghost. 3.1 seconds now clear, but Yankees fan is coming at 1.3. So this middle stint, actually, maybe the tires are wearing a little bit. 45. They last about an hour. So it looks like Black Ghost is struggling a little bit with pace. Maybe he burned up those tires really early and was aggressive and slid a lot. And all this stuff comes into play in this game, which again I love. Just like real life, you can't go out there and burn up your tires. In an endurance race right away. You got to be smooth, and you have to be ginger and gradual on the brake pedal and on the throttle. And I don't know what his strategy is, to be honest with you. I don't know if he had a fuel saving strategy at this point. If he's slowing down on purpose so that he can, be longer in the car and go for those endurance points. I don't know what his mindset is here. But you can see very smooth. And you can see those lights getting closer in the background right behind us. So maybe it's worth now going on board with a Yankees fan right behind. So we'll keep it in this view right now. Ooh, there you go. Closes up pretty good on brakes. Takes a little bit shallower line, but look what's going to happen. That's going to make him come back a little more. And Black Ghost was able to get to the apex a little bit tighter. Or a little bit tighter to the apex. We go coming down the hill, coming to this right-hander. Ooh, Black Ghost Yankees fan goes a little bit wide. I don't know if that's his normal line. I haven't been on board his car too long to see. Let's see if we've got a difference of lines here. A little bit, but nothing major. A little bit of ease of throttle out there from Yankees fan. Nice and on the brakes. Okay, so now this is when if you're in ghost position in front there in the first. And there you go. There was a great show. So what happened there was you saw Yankees fan take a wider line to try to take more apex speed and try to get the exit, a cleaner exit, so that he could challenge Black Ghost. Black Ghost was able to stay ahead, but you saw, it looked like Racer Fink right up in front too. Now that we got 3 cars back together again. So Racer Fink in second place now. ORC Black Ghost and this Porsche right in front of the Porsche we're on here with his ORC Yankees van. A little bit detrimental on the curb. I thought he was going to roll that. And now let's see, does Yankees fan look up the inside? He's positioning a little bit. Nope. It looks like he hit the brakes a little bit early, actually. So I don't think that was a thought. You'll see drivers pull out on either side of it, just to show and just to see themselves, depending on what view they're in, just to see the brake zone for themselves, because there's a car right in his way. Now he can kind of judge himself on the brakes, but what if Black Ghost makes a mistake? And you see this a lot in real racing. If you see one car go off and you see a couple cars together, one car goes off, sometimes the other car will go off too, in quick succession, because they get opposite fixation. Now here, ORC Yankees fans not really thinking about a move, but just showing Ghost that he's there in the mirrors, or looking at that brake zone. But he's definitely getting more racy as Black Ghost is way off the apex there and gets a poor run. Here comes Yankees fan right up the inside. He flashes his lights. Now that's more just a courtesy. So let's see if they go side by side. This is a hard corner to go side by side. And it looked like Black Ghost just backed off there a little bit to let Yankees fan through. So good cooperative passing there. No risk. You know, I think Black Ghost had already, you already chosen a side. You're allowed to make one, racing move per straightaway or per section, right? So in that case, Black Ghost had seen that ORC Yankees fan was faster at the time and got a better run, and now he's up into that third place, not podium spot, right behind Racer Fink. So now they really, the best thing they can do is work together to get up to Racer Fink. The worst thing they can do is start battling, start slowing each other down, and start wasting. Ooh, somebody's off in the left side up here. We're gonna come around the corner right now and see who that is. And I don't see anybody. I don't know. Did you guys see anybody? I didn't see anybody there. Let's go back to our. Oh, okay. So this is what happens. This is what the card looks like. So we have. We've got both guys quit this race. That's right. I forgot when they had done that. So Hooligan Heart is now in space. The Aston Martin spaceship. Looks kind of cool, though. All right, so now we've only got 4 drivers. Speedy Jab, Racer Fink, Yankees Fan, and Black Ghost. So, again, let's go on board. So, let's go on board with this battle right here. This is the biggest battle on... ORC Speedy Jab's got a 20-second lead now on the field, as these guys are going to start fighting and slowing each other down. And Yankees Fan is right behind Racer Fink now. Again, this is where tires start coming to play. We're 51 minutes into this, okay? So on the left side, you'll notice under the replay, it'll have the the guys where they're at, and you'll start seeing pit stops. So unfortunately, I'm going to take it away right now so that we can watch this battle. So again, let's go to... Let's go to cockpit view. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so the cool thing is you can see the rear view mirror just like these normal GT cars have, these Porsches, and the GT3, I think, have these too. But you've got the video camera behind too, so the driver doesn't even have to have, those annoying mirrors that you always have to, you always have to change them when you're driving, because sometimes you sit lower, sometimes you sit differently, if somebody gets in your car and changes your seat position, ugh. Anyway, it's not that big a deal. But this one stays fixed, and you can see everything there. You don't have to mess with it. It's always right there, and it always gives you a great, clear picture, which is awesome. So I love that it's incorporated in the game. And then we're going to pass Hooligan Heart's spaceship right here, which you can't see. It's up in space, obviously. But this battle here is really heated up with, almost at the hour mark. So let's see if these guys are going to start pitting here pretty soon. Let's see who goes in first for their actual, tire pit stop and fuel pit stop. So I'm trying to see if I see... Oh, yeah, see, look at right there. It says fuel, 5.8. So that might be correct. I don't know. It looks like it might be because it says best lap time is 159.3. Lap time there is still going up. The other numbers, TC1, TC2, AC, and map, and all that stuff is all just kind of generic stuff that doesn't change. And the kill switch, high beams, drive, pit, all that stuff. So we'll have to see. It's 5.8 fuel right now. I don't recall, but how much fuel they use per lap, but it might be over 2, like 2.3 or 2.4, something like that, if I remember correctly. So, so let's see if that changes. Okay, forgive me for a minute while I look at something on my laptop. Okay, 5.8 is still there. Okay, so it's not going down. So I'm gonna guess that's just frozen static like that. But they've got to be getting down to the last parts of the this fuel stint. I wish I could move this out of the way, but it doesn't appear like I can. Okay, we're done with that. Toggle interface. Yep, that's what I've been doing. So we'll keep the map up, the rotating map on the right side. I think that's a value for you guys, so you guys can see everything. So 36 minutes left in this particular snippet of this race. But the guys are getting ready for their first pit stops. I don't think Racer Fink did a pit stop. Yankees Fan, Speedy, The top 4 have not done a pit stop. The other 2 that did do pit stops, they're out of the race now. They've quit. I think they got frustrated with tooling around and spun and a couple accidents, stuff like that, which can happen. It happens to everybody. So we see the blue dot in there. I think that's where Corporal Cole left, so he'll still be in there. So we have an 17 second lead. So it actually dropped a couple seconds. The lead has dropped a couple seconds. It was 20, almost 21, I thought, at one point. So I can't see on the map yet. So that's how big that lead. Look on the map on the right side there. So we're good on board with Racer. And then look at the map on the right there, and we'll see if we can see Speedy Jab's dot. And there it is, actually. You see what a big difference 20 seconds is, or roughly 18 seconds, something like that is now. So I want to keep this up so you guys can see this, because we're getting ready for pit stops here anytime here. Oh, I wonder if actually, hang on, let's see this. Oh, no, same thing. Okay, so that just does the inner. I was wondering if I could press the interface map right there and see. What is overview? Okay, overview is just at top of the middle. Okay. Sorry, I'm still figuring out the controls. I can't remember. I haven't played with it in a long time. Alright, so lap 28. So these guys have gone, like I said, 55 minutes there. You can see in the playback controls. 55 minutes, 56 minutes now coming up, and 34 minutes left in this part of the 4x4 race. Ooh, big slide coming into that entry. It was interesting. Like I said, RacerFink definitely prefers that tight line into that corner, into that sweeper. And you saw there that when he got on the brakes a little bit, jumped on the brakes, maybe hit a little bit too hard, maybe the tires are totally worn, and he actually lost a little bit of ground just by sliding a tiny bit. The gap has gone down, so I think Speedy Jab's definitely having some issues with the tires as well. It's now down to 16.8 seconds. I'm still comfortable lead, but you never know in these races. Anything can happen. So that's why you always want to keep going, especially in these long endurance races. And that's why I love them. I love the long endurance races because of this. Yeah, look at that, 202, and Racer's still doing a 159.9. So that's more what it is maybe tire wear. Speedy had really slow lap. It looks like last couple laps. Yankees fan did a 2:01.6, and Black Coast is a 2:09. So right now, RacerFink in this car we're in right now, in the Ford GT, is the fastest car on track right now. Let's see what the next one does. Let's see if the tires got dirty for Speedy, and he's going to pick up that second again. And I would think that most of the drivers are doing an average of 2 minutes. Like, that's a pretty safe, consistent average. So let's see what the next lap brings for the field, and see if RacerFink can keep up with that 159s. And keep that lead, or keep that second place, and keep it away from Yankees fan. Yankees fan is now 3.6 seconds behind, and you can see the gap still tumbling. Actually, 15.8 seconds, 15.6 to Speedy Jab now in first place. So RacerFink is definitely on the move, and he's catching. So, and maybe that's what it is. The Corvette probably is really good towards the beginning part of the stints, and then the Ford GT comes back into its own towards the mid part. There you go, really nice wide line for that from RacerFink. Really opening up that corner and coming into the exit there. And then coming into this uphill kind of chicane complex. More of like a left to right, but I guess if you... Ooh, big wiggle right there, actually. And see, that'll lose you like a couple tenths. You saw the tenths change. And then go back down now based on where Speedy Jab is on the track. Okay, so 58 minutes in. Lap number 30. Oh, dang. And we happen to be on board with RacerFink. Just lost it around that corner. So let's actually back that up a little bit. Let's see what happened. Let's diagnose this, guys. This was a significant moment. So let's get on board. Let's go to... I like this. Oop. Sorry. Oh, whoops. Okay, coming into the corner here. Turn in nice so you can see the hands there. Is off the curb actually. Starts to open up the steering wheel, but the car is already gone. So that's interesting. So I think this might be just a little bit of tire, and you can see in the background in the camera he's still on the brakes. He's trying. Bless me. Sorry, guys. He's on the brakes. You can see in that rear view camera, and he just lost it coming around that corner. So that's unfortunate. He's doing really well catching, and there's the second one. I should have a third one here. I'm usually good for 3. Bless me. All right, backs it out now. You can see the dust coming up, and you can see Yankees fan goes by, and now Black Ghost went by. So Racer Fink, because of that spin going down, and now it doesn't look like he got too much damage, if any. So that's the good news, and obviously he can. So let's see if he pits. Actually, this will be interesting. His tires will be dirty. He goes past the pit entry, which is, if you're going to have an accident, that's the perfect place to have it. It's right there. But you can see he actually didn't lose he didn't lose any ground from Black Ghost pretty much. He's still right there. The gap to first now went up quite a significant amount because of that. But Yankees fan is now 20 seconds off Speedy Jab. Black Ghost is 23 seconds off, and Racer Fig is 26 seconds off. So we got a 3-second gap between second, third, and fourth right now. So yeah, I think we're really seeing the tires. So let's go on board with Speedy Jab, and let's see what we're seeing. And this, by the way, is another car that sounds incredible. So let's just give a listen to the nice V8 Corvette C7R. So I want you guys to know something too. So Speedy Jab is actually not going full revs on a lot of places. So that was interesting to note. So I think it looks like he's in a fuel saving mode, and that actually says a lot about the race as far as that. As the tires wear and everything like that, he's using this as an opportunity to fuel save. And it's just a couple RPMs here and there, but you can see it actually goes right there. And the fifth was halfway along the rev range. So he's actually conserving fuel. So that looks like his strategy is to save fuel. I don't know about the first part of the stint, but definitely right now we can confirm that Speedy Jab is saving towards the end of the stint. Maybe trying to push out a couple extra laps and giving up a little bit of that time here to maybe fuel a little bit less in the pit stops. I don't know. But definitely a strategy worth noting. And you see the best lap is a 159.2. So I think the other guy is 159.8, 159.6, I think I saw. And you see we got a 20-second lead now to Yankees fan, ORC Yankees fan. 61 minutes in now. I haven't seen anybody go in the pits yet for their pit stops. So again, let's go on board with Yankees fan here. He's got a sizable gap between himself, obviously between first place, between Speedy Jab, and then he's got almost a 4.5 second gap, looks like 5 second gap, it kind of depends, between himself and Black Ghost. In the same car again, both in the same. A really wide line coming to that. Wrestles it back onto this curb here. Looks like the car is very smooth and stable over the curbs too. That's good. Sometimes it's hard to set these cars where they're loose enough on some tracks and go over bumps and stuff like that, and hit the curbs. Again, some of these curbs are really detrimental and they'll bite you and make you wish you never went on it. All right, lap 31 now, 62 minutes in, so an hour and 2 minutes in, 28 minutes left on the real-time clock there. I say that because it says real-time next to it. There is actually a race team called Real-Time Racing. Can anybody tell me or who was the driver? Who's the main driver for Real-Time Racing? Let's say 15 years ago or something like that, I think. Yeah. In the early 2000s. Very famous driver. Their color schemes were like a I don't know what color. It's more like an orange, I guess, but not really. It's like a reddish orange, kind of like I guess a tangerine, and white were the colors. And actually, the company Penske is actually racing an IMSA right now in prototypes with a tribute color to Real-Time Racing. So name that driver. That's the first part. And then the second part is what car manufacturer were they driving in and what car were they using. It's a very iconic car and brand too. So you racing aficionados out there, You get some trivia while you're watching this. Yay! Now you guys have something to do. So first person answer, let's see, we already gave a gold star. We're going to give a gold star. We're going to give a thumbs up. Ooh, how about a high five? You guys get a high five. Whoever answers that question with the driver and the manufacturer gets a high five. There you go. See, I try to make it fun for you guys. All right, so we still got a big gap. But what we saw on that actually, let's look on this rev counter too to see if let's see if this one goes up and down. If Yankees fan says neutral, he's not in neutral. It's clear he's not in neutral. So okay, telemetry on. Oh no, actually the rev telemetry is good. It looks like interesting. So maybe not all the data is accurate on the steering wheel, but that's okay. Let's see if he's maxing out his revs. It looks like he is. Yeah, he's maxing out his revs. So there's no fuel saving for a Yankees fan. Let's check out Black Ghost. Oh, look at that Racerfink right behind. And I'm surprised Racerfink actually prefers that shallow line. So he actually could have thrown it up there a little bit. I actually like this battle from this view because you can see on that camera that Racerfink is caught up again. Who, remember, was putting in fast laps. Okay, and we know that now because Speedy Jab is fuel saving. Oh, dang. Every time I get on board with somebody, I jinx the hell out of them, and they go off the track. I'm sorry, Ghost. I didn't mean anything by that. All right. So it looks like Black Ghost. So now we need to go on board with Racer to see if he's saving any fuel. Racerfink really sawing out that wheel coming around that corner. It looks like this car might be a handful. There's the rev range there. And he's maxing out too. So everybody else, besides Speedy Jab, is on a full attack mode right now. So Speedy Jab is the only one that's really saving fuel on this. So interesting to note that, right? It's always a little tidbits, and unfortunately you have to see how it plays out at the end, which I can't tell you right now until the end of the video. So if you want to find out, I guess you could skip there, but I wouldn't. I mean, how entertaining am I right now? No, don't answer that. I'm just kidding. You know, if you can't laugh at yourself, like, and you just can't laugh at what you're saying and stupid stuff you're doing, like, there's no point. Come on, let's get real with it. Anyway. So actually, what do I want to look at here? Okay, so the times. Let's look at the times again. 20 seconds, 25 seconds, minute 15. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, Black Ghost in the pits for his first pit stop. So Black Ghost was the first to blink at 65 minutes or something like that. Looks like 66 minutes, close. And now he's in the pits. Okay, that's why it was over a minute. All right, he's done with his pit, so I'm guessing he did everything. Hang on, let's rewind this just a tad bit. Let's see if we can see the pit crews come out or anything like that. Yeah. I actually would be unfortunate if they don't come out. I kind of like that. It gives definitely a version of immersion. Oh no! Oh look, there's the there's the sad wreck of the Aston Martin, all sideways right there. Okay, so now we can fast forward. Oh, nice log up. I think tires done, putting the fuel in, everything going well to plan. Oh, somebody dropped a gun. Oh, they picked it back up. He's got it. Right rear wheel is on now. They're going to drop it pretty soon. All right, we got a little bit of time here spent in the pits, but I think it's pretty normal. Maybe a little bit of damage. And there he goes. He's off in the pits. And listen to the whine of that flat V6. So the 911 Porsche. Yeah. Now we're going speed warp. Okay, so we actually need to go on board here with who's going to be next to blink. Okay, so that's Black Ghost. You see that blue dot coming out in turn 1 there, up there. So Black Ghost, the very first one to pit now. And we've got, you can see up ahead on screen in front of Racer now, we've got Yankees fan right there. It's going into turn 1, into the fast right-hander, the fast sweeping decreasing radius, turn 1, here at Brno in the Czech Republic. Ooh, really tempting fate by getting on those curbs. I can tell you firsthand, those curbs will really bite you. So you have to make sure you have your steering wheel straight when you actually get on those curbs. Otherwise, if you have a little bit of lock to the right on them, which is normal because you're going around a right-hand corner, and trying to not let the car understeer off into oblivion or sand. All right, guy spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff. All right, there's another movie quote. All right, so now we have four movie quotes, guys and girls. 4 movie quotes. Who can get all 4 of them now? That's a really big deal. If you can get, I mean, 2 or 3 is impressive, but 4 would be incredible. All right. So movie quote trivia, hashtag movie quotes. Put them in there underneath the your comment, and then tell me number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, and then we'll have a winner chicken dinner. All right. I'm not going to use that one. I'm not going to use that one as the 5th one. We'll just keep it, okay? Even though that is as well. But anyway, beside the point. I just did one, so I don't want to 2 in a row. That seems weird. All right, so what do we got? I need to keep this up because we need to see times. That's how we saw Black Ghost had all of a sudden dropped back to 1:37 seconds now. So let's see how much we saw the relative before, right? Ooh, Racerfink just pushing it, getting on that curb and almost lost it. Now this is where Racerfink lost it before and actually did a good job of just getting minor damage, I think, on the front of that car. So you see him going back and forth, opening up that steering wheel, closing it back up, and now you can see the drivers are having to drive a little bit different towards the end of these tire stints. So it's interesting that happens too, because the track actually is affected too. As you race more in this game, the track actually rubbers up a little bit. But the downside is if you have normal stuff like we have on, and you're not getting fresh tires all the time, it's hard to notice because the tires are going off on the car. So you notice it like it's amazing. When you get new tires on, it's like so amazing. Just like in real life. That's the best feeling. One of the best feelings in the world is when you have a really, really old set of tires and you go into wherever you buy your tires. You go into get your tires and you drive on them the first time. It's like butter. It's so smooth. Everything's so quiet. You usually got an alignment done. Like, it's so nice. I love that. It's one of my best favorite things. Maybe I'm just a car guy. I don't know. That could be true. I think it is true. I know it's true, actually. So just forgive my ramblings. You guys probably tuned out a long time ago, so I'm not talking to anybody really except for myself. All right, I'm waiting for pit stop. So we've got a 22-second gap now in the front. Yankees fan is 4 seconds behind. Racerfink is 4 seconds behind, or 5 seconds behind Yankees fan. I'll get it out eventually, don't worry. And you can see him right there. So it's just a tantalizing tidbit, like, ooh, he's right there. And all it takes, as we've seen with these, is just for the driver to make a slight mistake. And it looked like he was going to make one there all right. And I thought he was going to ride that, but yeah, 5 seconds still. Ghost is 107. So Ghost, you can tell, is on fresh tires because he's already picked up 6 seconds in the last 2 laps, right? And you can see that. 136 seconds. Interesting. Really slow. What has happened? Did he run out of gas? I wonder why he went so slow into that. So it looks like Racerfink. We're on board with Racerfink, and he's coming to the pits right now. And you see that fuel saving by Speedy Jab actually really is paying off as far as the longevity of the stint. So far, Black Ghost was our first contender coming into the pit stops. And now we see Racerfink. So let's see that gap diminish between Ghost now. You can see it going down on the top right there. And as we're currently watching Racerfink, and you see it going up on the other side with the Yankees fan. So let's see how much. Ooh, I think I heard some wheel guns. Maybe not. Look at that gap closing big time for Black Ghost. I wonder if Black Ghost is going to jump him in the pits. Let's see, 26, 25, 24. It's plummeting. Oh yeah, I heard something. Yeah, I heard the wheel gun. Okay, that's cool. I really wish I could see the guys though. Okay, 13. It looks like they're doing the tires. There he goes. He's out. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. 3, 2, 1 second. Okay, here he comes out. Here comes Black Ghost on the left side. Ooh, right around the outside. That was awesome. Okay, so Black Ghost has jumped Racer Fink in the pits and is now up to third place, and Racer Fink is down to fourth place. Now, this looks to me like this is Racer Fink's AI driver. It looks like it. If it's hard to confirm now. So we'll have to see. So we did notice the AI drivers, the way we set them just to be consistent and not be a nuisance, is they were about, I think, 2 or 3 seconds slower than their human counterparts and us. Oh, looks like Speedy Jab is in the pit, I think. Yep, Speedy Jab just went down. He's in the pits. And, oh, Yankees fan is up there too. So 73 minutes in. So, wow, big stint for both these guys. Yankees fan didn't go in before. So Speedy and Yankee now in the pits. Now watch this for Black Ghost, 54 seconds when we came on board. So Speedy Jab here on board with him in the Corvettes with the Yankees fan right in front. Okay, he's out of the pits. Now, what do you have? I think he had 20-second lead. I like flashing lights, by the way, when I'm in the pits. It's like one of my favorite things to do ever. Is just flash lights. All right, Speedy Jab out of the pits. Still in the lead. Yankees fan now. Let's see if he picked up any time. So I think it was 18 seconds or 20 seconds. Let's just say 18 seconds, just to go on the smaller side. So 12, 13, 14. And you see it. So shouldn't lose any time. And Yankees fan did a good job too of conserving fuel. It didn't look like he was, but that could be the difference between a Corvette, which is a normal. I think this was normally aspirated V8, based on that, and I think you've got the turbocharged 911 flat six. No, it wasn't turbocharged, or is it? I don't recall. Okay, so it's 20 seconds. So it looks like it's relatively stagnant in the pit stops. So no lost time for on either side of it. ORC Yankees fan in second place, or Speedy Jam in first place with any extra repairs or anything like that. You see a lot of tire squeal in this car, chucking that into the corners. Let's go to a different. I'm still confused what the onboard one is then. If it. So onboard now is this. Oh, onboard change. Okay, onboard does change. Okay, that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. Then we can do, let's go back to trackside a little bit here, and let's watch a little bit of the Corvette going around. We've got 14 minutes left of this race, so good job. If you guys have gone this far, I applaud you, gentlemen and ladies that have stayed here. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Watch time obviously is a huge deal for the channel as well, so if you guys do stay on, that helps definitely get views and recommendations and stuff like that. So again, do me a favor, if you have stopped by to say hello and you do enjoy the content, you're watching the race and it's just something you want to do, please join us. ORC, which is the online racing collective. We're a bunch of good guys. I just have to put it out there. We love helping our community. That's one of the biggest things why we started our own thing, is we really wanted to be guys that are really in the thick and heavy part of the racing, that really wanted to be cooperative as far as the things. So most of the races, what we do, or series that we do on Project Cars 2, Forza, and like that, is we do a lot of cooperation stuff. So we'll do, I'll make the base rules, and then I'll ask the community of drivers that do show up and respond, and I'll talk to them and get their opinions on either what tracks we race or what our length time should be. The AI sync time. I mean, all the things were all actually mostly decided by the whole group of drivers we have, which is awesome. I love doing that because I remember being frustrated as a driver sometimes in different leagues and wondering and thinking maybe I could do it better. And maybe that's not the case. We raced in a lot of really good leagues to get to this point over the last 4 to 6 years for a lot of us. Dating back to Forza 4, I think, was my first foray into league racing, and not just going into public hoppers and get destroyed every couple seconds, which happens. People just get too excited, you know. So when you get a group of guys like this, we all bounce ideas off each other. We all share tunes. We all talk about tire pressures. You know, it's a great community to get involved with. So if you guys do want to do that, please just join. If it's not us, that's okay too. Just join some league. There are a lot of leagues out there. Tora, the Online Racing Association, does a lot of stuff. We still race with them every once in a while. We'll do stuff. And then we've got Too Old for Forza, which you do have to be a little bit older to join that one. That's why, hence the name, Too Old for Forza. I'll try to think of another couple. Apex Online Racing is a good, really competitive, highly competitive race league that does a lot of different games too. So anyway, look it up. Look up online, you know, Sim Racing Online or something like that. If you're on console, you're looking at these games. Forza, you're looking at Project Cars 2, you're looking at ACC, or Assetto Corsa Competizione, either on Xbox or on PlayStation. But anyway, just jump in, dive in. You guys will love it. It's amazing. If you want that good racing, you want that good sense of community, you want a good set of drivers that are always going to be there, that's the number one way to go. And it makes you so much better too as a driver. Helps your driver awareness, your track awareness, your car awareness, everything. And the other thing too is, if you do want to join our community, feel free. Our Discord link is actually on our website. So go to www.onlineracing.wixsite.com. We'd love to have you. Introduce yourself, come and say hey, and tell them I sent you. And then we'll look forward to joining the community. That would be amazing. So let's go back to the race. We got 11 minutes left, 79 minutes in. It's been fairly uneventful at the top of the field, but we have been on board for a few little spins. Thankfully, none of them were race ending, I don't think. We did lose two drivers, both Aston Martins, ironically. And I think that was, if I remember back during the race, it was because just, you know, it wasn't feeling competitive and just didn't have the pace and, you know, stuff like that. So, all right, now we see the lap times here with new sets of tires on everybody. So 159.9 for Speedy Jab in first, 2:06 with Yankees Fan, 2:01.0 for Black Ghost, and Racer 2:02.7 for Racer Fink. So it's interesting to note. 209 or 159.4 for Speedy Jab in the lead there. So that really kind of confirms it. The Corvette starts out really well and then finishes poorly, or we don't know, because Speedy Jab was actually fuel saving. So, but it looks like it might be finished poorly on tires, and it looks like the Racer Fink GT 4GT starts out poor and then finishes strong on the tires. So it's interesting to note. And that might be a little bit because the car gets lighter because the fuel load is less. You know, there's all kinds of factors that come into play. And it could just be the drivers themselves getting fatigued, not getting fatigued. And I think I'm hearing in the background a little bit of raindrops. Maybe that's just me. It's not back here, but on the front straight, I thought I heard raindrops happening with all the other track ambiance. So let's go back to Yankees Fan here. Let's get on board with every driver for a lap. Let's say let's do Yankees Fan for the remainder of this lap and the next one. Ooh, I'm telling you, now that wasn't bad. He saved that. He didn't go off, but he went in the sand a little bit. Every time I get on board with a driver, almost something happens. So, like I said, the Commodore's curse is real, apparently. I know John Hoindor and Johnny Parma and what are some of the other guys from IMSA, from Radio IMSA or whatever, they always talk about it too. Blame Heindorf, I think is his hashtag Blame Heindorf, which is funny. All right, coming around this sweeper now in the 911, driven by ORC Yankees Fan, the number 91 in second place. And coming in here to the fast, kind of left-right chicane, a little more wide chicane. Really keeping him in the lines there. That the left curb on the right side could really eat you up and like spit you out. So definitely see why he's doing that. And coming into this right and then the left onto the front straight. Yeah, see right here. Can you hear that? You know what? Let's go on board, actually. I just had epiphany. Duh. Yeah, here, right there. Sounds like rain. Remember, I told you the rain was coming. Oh, wrong one. Let's go down to... Okay, let's look at the cockpit camera here. Now, I don't see any rain, and the windshield wiper's not going, so maybe it's just light. It's just starting. Because if I remember correctly, the way I set up the race was it should have been in 3 parts. So it should have been roughly an hour and 20 minutes in that the rain would start kind of appearing itself, and it would start hitting more heavily in an hour and 40 or something like that. I don't see any rain down here, but maybe it's just me, but I remember hearing on the front straight there just that, you know, the pitter patter of little raindrops. You know, and then we'll go with big old fat rain, little bitty stinging rain. There you go. There's your 5th quote for the video. I may throw in another one just as a bonus, but there's your 5th quote. All right. So name that movie for that 5th quote. That's easy, though. I'll give it to you again. All of these are basic and easy, hopefully, that you guys are seeing. But who knows? I mean, maybe one of them or 2 of them might be hard. You may have to look it up. And you'd be glad I did, because all of these movies are amazing, excellent movies. So, there you go. Yeah, here, listen to that noise. That, like, white noise. Do you hear it? I don't know if that was there before. I think the rain is coming. Alright, coming around the last corner here, and then we're going to go on board with the next driver in the group. Alright, so let's see what time Yankees fan... Oh, Black Ghost did a 159.5. Great lap from him. So we're going to go on board with Black Ghost right meow. Alright, coming on the last corner. So there you see the gap in real time, pretty much. The gap between Yankees fan in 2nd place and Black Ghost in 3rd. So we're going to stay on board with this lap. And see if we can hear more rain. Oh, and there's Yankees fan going off in the distance there out of the exit of turn 1. Again, this decreasing radius. I've said it multiple times. Decreasing radius corner. And you see it does look like the clouds have closed in a little bit, because I don't see the stars and I don't see the moon anymore. Now the moon rose up a little bit, I think, too, out of view, and you just see some lights, track lights, and that's it. So the weather is definitely closing in. You can smell the rain, the virtual rain on the virtual asphalt. Can't you? Imagine. Close your eyes and imagine. Now we'll do a meditation exercise. And we got everything on this race. Alright, how many minutes we got left here? 4 minutes left in this, obviously more in the race. About 4 minutes left in this part of the race. So I'll get to, after this lap, I'll do one more lap with Racer Fink. And then I'll give you the synopsis of the race and what happened. And that will be amazing. Because there's still, like I said, this is the first hour and a half of the race of a 4-hour endurance race, which was incredible. So tell me, guys, too, I have a question for you. I haven't done any lives because I have really poor internet. I have like the lowest, bandwidth and upload speed and all that stuff. So every time I've tried to do it, I tried to do it to Twitch, and I think I tried it on Mixer before too. But Twitch was definitely like it was not HD. It was not even 360. Like, it was ridiculous, and it was terrible quality, and I didn't feel like it was a great user experience for you guys watching the videos. So tell me if you guys are interested in doing some live stream racing, and tell me if that's something you guys want to get involved in too. You can definitely hit me up on Xbox Live under ORC Speedy Jab, or under the PlayStation Network. I haven't been doing a lot of Gran Turismo Sport videos because, to be fair, I don't want to race in Gran Turismo right now with the current penalty system. Now, I think they just did an update, and I think I saw on, Super GT's account, Just Devin, who used to be GSR Devin, is now Just Devin. I think I saw on his, and even Irius, and a couple of the other guys that I follow racing that they have fixed it more. It's a little bit better. So I might get back on and do some GT Sport stuff. So you guys tell me, what are you guys interested in seeing? Do you want to see GT Sport? Do you want to see Project Cars 2? Do you want to see Forza? You know, what are you guys interested in me racing on, and what kind of views? And do you want live streams? Like, you know, just run through the whole gambit, you know. So I'm sure you guys' comment will be one, you guys will do all 5 quotes, and then you'll tell me what you want, and then so every comment will be like 3 pages long. But that's okay. I'll read through them all and I'll answer you all. So do me a favor and let me know what you guys are looking for, what you guys want, and see if you can get the movie quotes and get those thumbs up and high fives and stars and smiles and whatever else I was handing out. I'll have to look back, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's get on board. We've got 2 minutes left of the race. And, oops, wrong button. Let's get back on board with Racer Fink. And he's gonna get us on board here in the Ford GT. Coming around up the hill. Let's see if he goes to that curb again. Nope. Stays. Oh, no. Goes. Yes. Nope. Yep. He was undecided. So he ended up getting close, but that was about it. Alright, so we got the Monster Brembo gratuitous signs there on the racetrack. Oh, there, Haltech and Monster right there again. Nice. And coming around the last corner onto the front straight. Ooh. A little bit of wiggle there. I can't remember, but I think I said this was the AI. It still might be the AI finishing this out. So, whoa, yeah. See, it's got those weird, like, hard angles that it drives because it's AI. It can do that. Or I don't remember Racer being driving that like that. He was more smooth. So anyway, all right, 1 minute left, guys. So thank you guys so much for you guys that have soldiered on and watched this whole thing. I hope there's some value to my commenting. Maybe my voice is soft and soothing. I don't know, maybe it put you to sleep. Again, hope it was at least, you know, eventful and something you guys were looking forward to. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and stop by and hit that subscribe button. Click the notification bell so that you can get informed of any new videos I do post. And again, engage. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you guys are racing in, you know, what successes you guys have had. If you guys want to join a racing community, let me know how... if you want to go on board with us, we'd love to have you in ORC as long as you're a clean, you know, cognizant, aware driver. I don't care if you're slow. That to me, and to be honest with you, is the last thing we look for. It doesn't matter if you're slow. Your pace is irrelevant. We love to mentor and tutor, and we have a bunch of guys that are top-notch drivers in most of the racing leagues. So if you want to join, we got plenty of activity for you. So. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I really appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe in the world. And thank you guys so much for stopping by again. That was the end of the race for the Endurance 4x4 presented by ORC. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.